Welcome to the source. The source. Source. Hey, get the source.
Greetings from the middle of the night. It's 2 a.m. We're just getting these 2 MLB games done. Then I'm going to sleep. Imagine Imagine rooting for a baseball team that hasn't clinched yet. That's got to be hilarious. I mean, needing 5 games.
I'm telling you guys right now, you better hope, not you. I can handle you, but all you typers out there in my DMs, you better hope to God the Dodgers win on Friday night.
Are you getting a lot of shit?
Oh, come on. Everybody's out of the woodworks now. Everybody. All that cult following has now turned on me, and now I'm the enemy, right where I love to be.
Well, you know that they were all anti-Padres, and I noticed that.
I know. That's what made it so funny. Like,
yeah.
It took about this much, and then they're like, oh.
They're a fair with their
Yup. The Fraudres.
Yeah, they were the Fraudres, and then they were Team Padres. So they're a fair weather group to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
A couple losses, they're out, bro.
Oh, yeah. So they've already all jumped ship for sure. So like I said to everybody, I hope to God the Dodgers win on Friday. For your sake.
All right, so we got 2 games to get through. My mic's a little loud. Hardest working man. Yeah, well, it's also the time of year too. It's not just with college football, NFL tomorrow, and playoff baseball. So it's a combination of I'm a pretty diligent guy, and there's a lot going on. So
you get that respect because you've put in the work for years. But this time of year makes it extremely easy to stay up or hard to sleep, whatever you like.
Yeah. I was about to shut it down, and I was like, you know what? It'll take 10 minutes to go through 2 baseball games. Let's just do it. And you're the one giving out the picks. All I had to do was hit go live. So anyway, first game up is Cleveland on the road in Detroit. Detroit now leads the series 2-1, correct?
Yes.
All right. Did Cleveland's favored on the road here? Tanner Bybee, we know better on the road.
Better on the road, but kind of it's been reversed this year with Detroit. His 2 starts at home have been fantastic. His 2 road starts have been mediocre. Again, nothing bad. 7 innings, 4 runs, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs. I'm not going to be betting Cleveland. I can tell you guys that.
I think it's a Cleveland spot.
The thing with that is that they have to score to win. And at this point, if they can't score at home, and we already know they're a much worse offense on the road, it's just really hard for me to lay juice with this team. That being said, it's not an automatic bet for me on Detroit because I'm not really sure how they're going to play this. Obviously, there's going to have if Cleveland were to win, that would force a game 5, and then they would have a day off behind this. And then they would have Skubal pitching for them on the road. But I again, you're essentially asking them to do the same thing as they did today again tomorrow. You might get it. I mean, if Reese Olson can magically find his way through this Cleveland lineup a few times, and maybe they get a little bit of length out of Reese Olson. But Herter pitched today. Bo Brisk pitched today. The Best pitched, Holton pitched, and one other guy, Gunther or whatever his name is, pitched for like 1/4 of an inning. So that would essentially make Brisk 2 of the last 3 nights. Holton's not 2 of the last 3. Vest 2 of the last 3. So again,
it's Cleveland, man. We gotta go Cleveland.
I want to see what the line is. I won't be betting Cleveland. I know that. There's no. I have to see them score some runs before I worry about that. Because remember, for me, again, at the same time, Detroit saw a whole bunch of Cleveland arms today. Besides Alex Cobb, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys out of the Cleveland bullpen worked. I think this game is a coin flip. So if you had a gun to my head, sure, I guess Cleveland has the advantage because they're going to have the bullpen advantage with Gaddis and Clase and Cade Smith at the end. But again, Cade Smith is going to be working now 2 of the last 3 days, 3 of the last 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. And that's their number 3 guy. I'm not going to try to make a case that I think that Detroit can get to Class A because he gave up one bad pitch. I'm not there, but at the same time, I will say that they're probably not extremely worried about him coming into the game, whether that's false hope or not. So again, I just can't lay juice with Cleveland until they show me that they can do something as far as scoring. I mean, keep in mind, even that game on Saturday, when they won against Detroit, they had one really, really big inning in the first inning, and they jumped all over them. And then they really didn't do anything after that. So you're looking at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25 scoreless innings out of the 27 that they've played. This team just can't freaking hit. So again, I won't be laying juice with Cleveland. I don't think it's going to get that high. It's at plus 100 at some books. The totals already went from 7 to 6.5, which tells me that, again, assuming that it's going to be another low scoring game. Cleveland, like I said, Cleveland's not the same at home as they are on the road. They're much, much worse on the road. So it's going to be Detroit or pass, depending on the price. If Detroit gets to like plus 105, plus 110, it'll be an automatic for me. If it stays at this minus 105 number, I'll probably throw it. It won't be a bigger bet for me. A lot of these playoffs, I've been making full unit bets. It won't be a full unit bet for me on the Tigers. It'll probably be a half, maybe 0.75 at the very most. But you're not wrong in that. I guess you could call it a Cleveland spot, yes. But again, they can't score runs, so it's really hard for me to bet that team.
I feel like they have the starting pitching advantage. Not only do they have the bullpen advantage,
Agreed.
but it's better rested. And okay, the bats aren't doing shit, but I think 2 runs wins this game for Cleveland, and I think I can count on them getting 2.
I can't argue that. I definitely can't argue that after what we've seen in this series so far.
By the way, Tinker's in the comments, and he says he has not jumped ship toast. He's riding with you and the Padres.
I've always respected Tinker.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
What's up, Kyle? Love your videos. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support. So as far as by the way, shout out to the 55 freaks that are still awake looking at MLB spreadsheets.
One of us.
Well, we're up to 66 freaks up at 2:04 a.m. All right, let's move on to the next game. Well, we figured people be watching in the morning. We're like, no one's gonna be in here. Now there's a couple of you freaks still awake.
Of course there is.
All right, what's this? Oh yeah, Yankees. Yankees got the win. I thought for sure the Royals were going to tie it up at 3. And then I thought my over was going to hit because if the Royals tied it at 3, I thought it was good. So I really, even though it was an under game all the way, I still thought my over was live. Well, didn't hit.
Yeah. Man, this isn't an easy one for me. I want to see what the price. I'm sure as hell won't be laying minus 160 or whatever it is right now with the Yankees. First of all, Garrett Cole, he's pitched against 4 lineups, his last 4 starts, the Royals, Baltimore, Oakland, and Boston. Boston hit him up. The Royals hit him up. Oakland and Baltimore, 2 teams that we know haven't been hitting for months now. Oh, and by the way, the previous start before that as well, Chicago, the Cubs. None of those teams could hit. Unfortunately, the Royals can't hit either. Bobby Witt is useless. He got a single today. Congratulations, Bobby. You showed up in the box score. That's awesome. I'm just so frustrated. I pushed the Royals first 5. I lost a half unit on the Royals money line. I'm not really worried about it. But I just feel like if you're letting Stanton win the game by stealing bases. I know that really didn't end up mattering, but again, Stanton stole a base on you. Like, I can't get that out of my head. But I do trust Michael Wacha. I guess that's the point that I need to make, is that I do trust Michael Wacha. His last 3 starts at home, Cleveland, Minnesota, San Francisco. Again, none of those teams even sniffed the Yankees bats. I will give you that.
Has Michael Wacha pitched in this series yet?
Yeah, he pitched in Yankee Stadium. He went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs.
Okay.
So again, nothing terrible. Yeah, it's gonna be Royals or pass. I hate not making a pick on a 2-game slate, but it is what it is. I'm very curious to see where this line goes in the morning. The Royals are like minus 130 to like 30 minutes ago or whatever it was. If it goes down to like plus 120 or something, or up to plus 140. I'm just very curious to see where it goes, because I have a hard time believing there's a whole bunch of people out there willing to lay a big price with the Yankees. But at the same time, I don't really know what the line's going to do. So I can also tell you that if I get the Royals at plus 140 or better, it's going to be automatic. But I would have a little bit more confidence and take the worst price at like plus 120 or whatnot if that line were to go down. But again, the Yankees offense doesn't scare me, guys. Again, they've scored 5 runs the last 2 nights against this Royals offense. So unfortunately, the Royals have only scored 6 runs and they've split these last 2 games. So I think that first game was a little bit of an anomaly, having it being 6-5. But again, I'm not going to back off the fact that I'm not impressed with this Yankees offense. What did I tell you guys about Soto in this stadium? And I mean, it was absolutely glorious to watch that. Absolutely.
Wait. Did he make a defensive error?
Oh, it was so bad. It was 2 runs.
I had it on the small TV.
He dove. Well, he tried to dive. It was adorable. It was adorable. But yeah, the 2 runs scored there. If you ask me how many right fielders make that play, I don't know. Maybe 60% or more. I don't know. But he's so bad out there. It's low hanging fruit at this point. But I really wish I could come on here and really like the Royals like I did yesterday. But the fact that the offense is just so anemic right now, it makes it really, really hard for me to come up here with confidence and tell you guys to bet the Royals. Over the last 14 days, the Royals bats 29th in WRC plus, OPS, and WOBA. Over the last 30 days, it gets to 30th in all 3 of those major categories. So it doesn't matter how you try to figure it out a way to make the Royals bats look somewhat even capable of hitting at the major league level. You literally can't do it. So again, I'm not laying that price with the Yankees. Too many things can happen, and I really don't trust Garrett Cole like that, especially in a big game like this. So it's Royals or pass. We'll see what this line is in the morning.
I kind of feel like the Yankees win this game, but you're right. Minus 155, minus 160 is crazy if you can't count on them to score runs. Someone in the comments says, I feel like every single series is going 5. Not every series. Not every series.
How electric was that, though? Honestly, can we just take a second to just be how electric that was?
Man, that it was so poetic. I said before the game, I said, how perfect would it be to put the city of Philadelphia down to sleep with the Diaz horns? And that's fucking exactly what happened. It was like the Lord reached down, slapped me 5, and said, I got you. God, I hate that city, man. I hate them. And after we put them down, the Sixers, in the second round of the NBA playoffs, put them down again. Poor Philadelphia.
They saved my night. I had a full unit on them. Vientos, Lindor, hit and runs and RBIs, and hit parlay.
You should have seen this office when the Lindor hit that ball. It was like the neighbors aren't even that close. They were probably like, "What the fuck's going on over there?"
It's the business next door where all the Uber drivers go. They're like, "What's going on?
The office.
What's going on?"
Like, what the hell? It's like, is there a riot? We were going crazy. All right, for this game.
But I do agree with you. It's
I feel like the Yankees win, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not. Again,
I'm gonna put Yankees money line up, but you know what? I'll put this up.
I do feel like, again, I do feel like it's a little bit more of a coin flip. That's why I say that. But at the same time,
by no means am I saying, hey, the Yankees at minus 155 is a good bet.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But if I would rather place a bet on the team that I think is going to win the game. So I'll put Yankees minus 1.5 up. I don't think I actually bet.
You know
this.
what? You know what? Actually, better yet, I think the over might be a better play.
That's what I was thinking, but I got smoked on that tonight.
Yeah. I did actually. Totally forgot. I bet that for half a unit. At 7.5.
Took the over in this one.
Yeah. Again, it's a very small play for me, guys. But that just for me, I remember that I bet that. I was thinking, my thought process was, if I can't get behind actually betting the Royals, and the one thing that would save me is a Yankees blow up day where they actually just smoke Waka, which they got to a little bit before, and they've seen that bullpen. Not to mention the fact that if Kansas City has any heart, they should score some runs. And Weaver, Tommy, Holmes, Cousins, I think everybody is 2 of the last 3 days, or 2 of the last 3 days for the Yankees as well. So Again, I bet it very, very small. I think I put $100 on it. So again, not trying to make anybody think it's like it's a lock or anything like that. But I did take a small bet on the over. I forgot.
Sounds like Tinker's on the over in the comments. He's saying run it back.
Yeah, I think that's pull the call on our shots move and just run it back. Always seems to pay off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking originally. I don't know. The thing is, last night I was searching for, last night, I guess earlier tonight, if you want to call it, I was searching for action because there just wasn't much. I got 3 college football games. A couple of them I actually like. We got, obviously, Seahawks 49ers. I got some bets down in that. So I'm not necessarily, like, searching for action like I was earlier tonight. I don't know if I place a bet in this game, to be honest. There's 4 football games on tonight. I'm good. Middle Tennessee, bro. Blue Raiders.
Trust me, when you post a money line at plus 800 or more,
No, that's UTEP. That's UTEP.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I did take a home run swing. It's a home run swing, ladies and gents. For those of you in the Discord that saw that, it's just 0.25 units. I'm just saying, dip your toe in. Just try it.
Well, at plus 800, if you're thinking it's going to hit, that's on you.
I think it can. I think it can.
Again, I obviously you bet it because you think it's a chance, but math is hard.
I can't tell if maybe I'm a little bit biased when it comes to UTEP because I like them and I like their coach. I like Scotty Walden, and I think that the program's heading in the right direction. So like maybe I'm betting a little bit on like what I think is going to happen rather than what's on paper. Because I did have UTEP plus 10 last week and it lost. So maybe I'm getting caught not being too objective here, but I think I like this higher. I think UTEP's heading in the right direction. And that kid McConnell, I've seen him throw the ball. He can throw the ball. We've seen it. So whatever. I'm not going to try to sell people on a plus 800. If you want to get crazy, with me on the minors.
The best part is that if they lose, regardless if they lose by 30 or 1, you're gonna get people in the comments. This dude said money line.
Yeah, so far this week, my picks on the show have been the college football so far 3-0 on the bets I give it out, and then MLB 2 days ago I went 4-0. I picked them all right. My picks on the show has been money this week, but it'll just take one for them to come back.
I will say too. I will say like tonight I think I lost like 0.3 units total, so it wasn't terribly. But besides the Padre hate, which is cool, it's all fun and games anyway. Like I haven't really been getting crapped on that much either. So it's like the community is maturing up a little bit. It's kind of nice.
It is nice, but don't worry, they'll come back. Try giving out a football bet and see how nice the community is. Nothing brings out the psychopaths like football season. But yeah, I'm going to get some sleep now. Everything's done. The league is posted. We're doing 2 bets oh, by the way, real quick, people were asking questions. So in the league, if you don't submit a bet, there's a set amount of bets you submit each night. And if you don't submit a bet, it counts as a loss. That's why some people were putting Jacksonville State money line at minus 1250. Because people were like, why would someone pick that? It's because they didn't really like the game, but they didn't want to get a loss counted. So they just took a money line minus 1250. Basically, just they didn't want to get a loss counted. So you can use that as strategy for those of you that didn't really understand. I got a few people asking about that, like how that works. And so they gained like 0.08 units, but they didn't get a loss counted because they submitted a pick. So basically, they're saying I don't like this game, but I want to stay up in the standings. So that's why people did that. It's a strategy play. But all right,
and that's part of the game too. Is you have to pick sides. So
right, and plus 2.8 plus 3 units is winning the division at the end of Sunday. So if you just hang around, stay around, hover around 0 plus a half unit, and then have a nice NFL Sunday, you can win the division. So that's what these guys are thinking.
Especially if also the difference between losing a half a unit and winning a 0.2 units.
It's a half unit.
It's big. It's big, especially you do that 2 or 3 times. Right. That's a big chunk.
Exactly. All right, but I'm gonna get some sleep. Thanks everyone for watching. Talk to y'all tomorrow. I'll let you know what the schedule is. I don't even know what we're doing tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. Have a good night.